What's up, nerds? So, I just got done watching Star Trek Discovery Season 3, Episode 12, and man, I'm telling you what, I said it before and I'll say it again. This season is boring. I liked Season 1. Um, I thought that was a really good story. Um, and then season 2, I thought season 2 was pretty good. You know, it wasn't as good as season 1, but I thought it was pretty good. And then this season happened. Well, and then I found out that season 1 they stole the storyline, that whole tardigrade storyline. They stole it, and I was super bummed about that because I don't like when people steal other people's work. It's just like, if you're a creative and you go to Brown for writing, then you should be able to write a story by yourself. And they stole that story. So shame on you, Alex Kurtzman. So let's dive into this boring episode. This episode was boring again. This season is so stupid. And I'm super annoyed with it. I don't like it. I don't know why I buy it. I buy mine from Amazon. I used to have CBS All Access, but there wasn't enough on there for me to keep it. So anyways, so let's dive into this episode before you fall asleep. So it starts off with the Discovery being chased by Ossyra's ship, and Ossyra is driving the Star Trek Discovery, and they're shooting at it, and she's, at the bridge and everything. And she's like, make it look believable kind of thing. And, they're getting closer to Federation, their little egg thingy. And what's his face, the Admiral guy, he's all like, they're coming in hot kind of thing, and why aren't they contacting us? And this security guard lady is like, I don't know, and everything. And Ossyra's all like, tell what's their faces, my ship to go faster so it looks like they're getting us and everything. And so they're getting closer, and the computer comes on, and you see it playing something, and she's like, shut it down or whatnot. And the old bridge crew is being held captive, and Tilly's all like, I'm the captain. And then the guy from like episode 2 comes in. He's all like, remember me, Tilly? You're a sore excuse for a captain and everything. And he's like making her feel like crap and everything. And they get that blue guy. I don't remember what the Andorian guy, I don't remember what his name is. So then Book and Michael they're going through some kind of subspace. I don't know exactly what they're doing, what they're going through. But there's all these pieces of ships, and I'm curious as to, I didn't hear what they had said because I literally just watched it, but it was, if that's like lights subspace or whatever, why are there all these ships, pieces of these ships in them? I mean, the ships aren't traveling at light speed or whatever. Anyways, it doesn't matter. Anyway, so then back at Federation, they're all like, is Discovery contacting us? And the lady's like, no, they're not, just they're contacting us and everything. And then they come out of light speed or whatever, Book and Michael do. And they're like heading towards it, and they crash inside their little docking bay or whatever. So then inside Federation, so that way they can be inside the ship, and then the Federation is not letting them through. And Ossyra's all like, she's walking through Discovery, and she gets to where Stamets is, and she's talking to some scientist guy. I didn't catch his name. Don't really care. All I know is this actor has played, I believe, 3 different roles on the show. He played the Klingon guy in the first episode that was like the leader, and then he played the albino baby, but grown up at the temple with the time crystals. And then he plays this scientist guy that's working for Ossyra, but he doesn't know that she's a bad person. And she's all like, I need you to figure out how this whole thing works for me. And he's like, of course, the universe is a better place because you're in it, kind of thing. And then he's just like checking out Stamets and like, I'm gonna get this figured out. And then Michael and Book, since they've crashed into the Discovery's docking bay, he shoots her with some radiation drugs, and she's all better. And then he fits her with this thing on her arm that will block out her life signals from Discovery sensors and stuff. And she's all like, is this a bad time to tell you I love you for the first time? He's like, you have before. You talk in your sleep. And then they kiss and everything. I'm like, ugh, kill me, please. So then what's his bad captain comes in, and he captures Book. So then back at Federation, the Admiral guy's all like, what's going on? Red alert. Because they're bad guys in there. And then back on Discovery, the old bridge crew, they're, sitting just being captain and everything. And Book gets brought in. And then Michael, she gets a guard and she kicks him to the ground. And then she strangles him, not kills him. Or at least I don't think she killed him. If she did, who cares? And then she gets stabbed. She does get stabbed. And then she knocks him out. And she pulls out the knife and everything. And she's like, oh, I'm bleeding and everything. And then she's checking stuff out on the ship. And she hobbles off and everything. Federation is still trying to figure out what's going on with this ship. So, so Ossyra, she comes over the horn and she's all like, hey, I got the crew of this ship. I got the or I don't have the captain, but I got the crew, the bridge crew and everything. I want to have a parlay and everything. So they're talking and chit-chatting and everything. And this whole time you're just like, this is so boring. The most exciting part of this episode was the very beginning when it was a fake attack on Discovery. So then Michael Burnham is inside the little airlock thingies. I can't remember what they're called. The spaces in between, bulkheads or whatever. Who fucking cares? And she seals up her wound, and then she sends a message to her mom. Which means her mom is going to show up later on with a bunch of Vulcan and Romulan ships. Watch, mark my words and everything. And she's all like, this is probably the last time I'm going to speak to you. I love you and everything. And so then she's, checking stuff out. And the Admiral guy, I don't remember his name, but I don't care. You shouldn't care either. This season sucks. So he meets with Ossyra. She beams over to their little hub or whatever. And he's all like, if your men act up, which they look like dominatrix guys in some high-tech dominatrix, gimps and everything. It's weird. But anyways, so then he goes and meets with them. Meanwhile, the bridge crew is doing a little tap, tap, tappy, and they're doing Morse code because that's the first thing you learn. It's the academy or some crap like that they tried to say. So they're doing their tap, tap, tappies. The two female bridge people, the black woman and then the lady with the thing on her eyes, they're all like, what are you two children doing? And then the other, lady chimes in. She's like, I don't want to get killed because these two idiots and everything. Long story short, they attack the two guards that are in there and they knock them out and get their weapons. And then they all they're sitting there like, oh, what are we going to do? And, the Andorians all like, oh, we can't do anything. They have control of the ship. So then the Admiral guy and Ossyra, they're sitting there and they're having a little chatty chat, and she wants peace between the Federation and the Emerald Chain. And she's all like, listen, we're going to do peacetime. And she's asking about the thing, and, it's like, she's not lying kind of thing. And he's all like, why do you want peace now? And she's all like, listen, we have all these other worlds that we can bring to the table. You have, goodwill and hope, and that's the kind of thing we need at this point. And he's all like, you want to do this and everything. And she's all like, I have political backing or whatnot. So then back on Discovery, they find the guard that Michael Burnham killed. And he's all like, all right, we'll find her. So then they end up finding her because she took the guard's badge thingy. And he's all like, oh, I'll send you to her or whatnot. So then back in Stamets gets woken up by this scientist guy, and they have a little chatty chat about kids. And Stamets is like, I have a kid, which he's talking about Andrea, whatever. It doesn't matter what its name is or their name is. Is it's one of their pronouns? It doesn't even freaking matter. Because that character sucks. I hope that character dies. I hope Stamets dies. I hope they all die. This show sucks. It's no good anymore. I really am so bummed about this season. They had such a good opportunity to do anyway. So they're sitting there talking. He's all like, I was nothing, and Ossyra gave me life, and now I have 3 kids, and I'm a scientist, and yada, yada, yada. And he's all like, hey, my husband was left back at that nebula, and everything, and or he went to that nebula and yada yada yada. And they're just the problem with this is the problem with the show. It's just a lot of talky and everything, and there's no the thing about the old Star Trek is the talky you felt something and you were all like, oh, this is good. This is like a human connection. And this is like, the way that people feel towards their fellow, whatever, beings and stuff. But this, I didn't feel anything. I was just like, all right, these two are just talking. Like as a father, I didn't feel anything. Like normally when, because Stamets is not a father, just because he like pseudo adopted this person doesn't mean you're a dad. I'm sorry, but it doesn't. And plus, he didn't pseudo adopt. He didn't even adopt Adrea or whatever. Who cares? Anyway, so they're done talking. Michael Burnham gets found out, and she wraps herself around this bar, and then she shoots out some like rivet or something like that. And this thing, some airlocks open up, and this alien lady, she gets sucked out of the ship, and she's set into space. So the captain guy is not happy about that. And so then Michael's all like, I'm still alive. You're going to need one more, person because this one's dead and everything. And then back on Federation, Ossyra's eating an apple chip. And she's like, these are delicious and everything. He's like, and then the captain guy's all like, yeah, we make them from our own shit and everything. And she's all like, oh, you should, look into better. And he's like talking about how like it's recycled shit and how it's like all this stuff and everything. It's such a weird, it's so weird. This show is no good anymore, you guys. So she's all talking about how like she can bring, she can bring stuff to the table and she wants peace. Like that's her whole thing. She just wants peace and he wants it too. Like you can tell on his face that he wants it. He's trying to meet her halfway, but he's still, he doesn't fall for it necessarily. And then her guard comes in with some info for her and she obviously gets the thing that the ship is being overrun. So she puts up this armistice, and it's a peace treaty saying, hey, this is what we'll give you, this is what we want, kind of thing. We want peace. And she's talking about, and the thing that really bothered me about this is it's identity politics, because it starts talking about capitalism and how the Federation is using capitalism and everything, even though they don't want to admit it. They got to admit that and everything. And me as a capitalist, I'm pro capitalism. So this whole thing about anti-capitalism is nonsense, in my opinion. So then he's all like, who's going to be the face of this? Which I'll get to in a second. So over on Discovery, the bridge crew is trying to figure out how to get through there. The Andorian hacks into the system. He sends out all these little things throughout the thing so that they can't tell where they are. Stamets is still trying to get out and convince this scientist guy that he's, doing the wrong thing and that he, can be better and that Ossyra is a bad person and she's not bringing goodwill to the universe, that she's just a bad person. The Andorian and Book, they stay behind where they were in the mess hall or wherever to hold back the guards or to be a thing, so they come looking for him. I can't think of what it's called. They end up getting captured. Michael makes it to the science lab or engineer lab, wherever Stamets is. I can't remember where his little engine is, his little tardigrade engine is. And she knocks everybody out, and then she's like, hey, we need to go. And he's all like, she's all like, we need to get you out of here because you're what they want. And he's all like, we need to go back to the nebula because that's where my husband is. And she's all like, Adria, is that her name? Who cares? She went with him and he's all like, we need to go now. And she does the Vulcan pinch on him and he passes out and she's like, I'm sorry. So then back on the Federation space station thing, Ossyra's all like, why do you use this guy? You should use somebody that always tells the truth, kind of thing. And he's all like, who's going to be the face of this treaty of your side? And she's like, obviously it can't be me. It can be a human scientist on my ship. And he's like, yeah, but it's just going to be a proxy for you. And she's like, no, that's not true. And then the guy's all like, she's lying. The little android hologram, whatever it is, who cares? And he's all like, you're going to have to be tried for your crimes. And she's like, excuse me? And he's all like, listen, it would be a way of goodwill towards this whole thing if you were tried for your crimes. I mean, you did bad things. And she's all like, I don't think so. You're looking towards the past. We need to look for the future. And he's all like, we look towards the future because of what we did in our past, kind of thing. And she's like, I don't think so. She gives him like this I just smelled dog crap look. She's like, kind of thing. So then back on Discovery, they do kidnap or capture the Andorian and Book. And then Ossyra shows back up because it's obvious the deal is off because, you know, she's like, I'm not going to be tried for my crimes. Forget you. And she's mad. The scientist is like, sorry, I failed you. And she's like, you're a scientist. How did you fail? And then the other guy's all like, I said, sorry, the crew got out. And she's like, you've got 10 minutes to bring me good news or you're going to be shot out of an airlock. And then she tells the scientist, you need to leave because I'm about to do some bad stuff. And then she holds a gun to the Andorian and she's all like, I need you to fix some things. And he's all like, I'm not going to fix anything for you. You're a bad person. And I've seen bravery and I know what bravery is, even in the face of death or whatever he says. I'm paraphrasing. Who cares? And she's all like, this is not the time to get a backbone. And then she holds a gun to his face and Book is like, don't do it. And he's all like, there's whatever it is they're looking for to power the ships. I can't think about it right now. I just thought oh God, who cares? That's what I'm talking about. This season is so boring. That's like, I'm just like, I just want to get through this so I don't have to deal with it anymore. So anyway, so she's all like, you know, is it the nebula? And he's all like, because there's radiation. He's like, yeah, but I know where to jump to exactly to where it's safe. Like you can jump there and you don't have to worry about the radiation because you'll be fine. And you'll have all this delamite, whatever it's called, all the delamite you could want. I'm going to call it delamite because I don't remember. And she's all like, thank you. And then she shoots the Andorian guy. I don't remember his name, Flex. Okay, we'll call him Flex. She shoots Flex in the face and he disappears. And then she gets on the thing, and then we shoot over to Michael Burnham, and she's got Stamets in this little vest thingy, and she's all like, what are you doing? And she's like, I'm creating this shield around, this protective shield around you, so that way they can beam you over to the hub or whatever it's called. And she sets a phaser on the window, and she sets a bomb on it or whatever. I didn't know phasers had bombs, you know, on them, but whatever. It's fine. It's fine. Whatever. The show can do whatever it wants. I at this point, I don't care. I don't even know if I'm going to watch season 4, but we'll talk about that in my season review when I do it. So then Stamets is all like, we jump to the future for you. That's my whole life on that nebula. You're just going to shoot me out a window? And she's like, yeah, I'm going to shoot you out a window because I'm Michael Burnham. I do what I want. And he's all like, we came to the future for you so you wouldn't be alone. She's like, I know. And she's like, I'm sorry. And the thing blows up and he gets sucked into the hub. And then she gets captured. And the guy's all like, you shouldn't have done that. Ossyra's going to be mad. So then we jump over to Tilly, fat girl, and the crew. I like the chick with the bionic eye thingy right here. She reminds me of 7 of 9 with that bionic thingy on her eye. I love doing this and everything. But other than that, she doesn't remind me of 7 of 9. So they're all getting weapons because they're like, oh, we're gonna fight back, choo choo choo, and everything. And then they hear something. And they turn around and it's one of those little robots that fixes everything. So the robot comes up and it's playing the video that Ossyra shut off from before. And it's the computer, the living asteroid thing from season 2, and all the information, you know, it's in the ship and everything. And they're like, oh, are you the sphere data, you know, come to life? And then 2 other robots show up. So 3 robots total. And they're like, are you going to help us take back the ship? And they're like, yeah, let's take back the ship. Gango, and everything. And they're like, yeah, we're going to help you out. Yeah, go team. And then, Double Chin looks down at him and she's all like, yeah, let's take back this ship. I'm paraphrasing. She doesn't say that like that. But Double Chin is Tilly, by the way. Yeah. And so that's the episode. And man, did it suck. I am tired of this stuff. I'm tired of this season. It's not good. I don't understand. I understand that they don't have the budget that they had before, but not having a budget doesn't make up for bad writing. And this is bad writing. The burn is stupid. It's just that Saru species guy on that nebula, and he shot out his special power wave and destroyed all the ships, which is so stupid. I'm so annoyed with the burn. Out of all the things you could come up with, that's what you came up with. But yeah, this show's not good. It's not good anymore. And as someone who I like Star Trek, I wouldn't consider myself a Trekker or a Trekkie because I do have a friend that is actually very much into Star Trek. he didn't like season 1 or season 2, but that's neither here nor there. But he does like Star Trek up to this point, and he can name off, like, I'll just name something and he'll be like, oh yeah, that's Star Trek, Star Trek Deep Space Nine, season 2, episode 4, and I'll be like, "Oh, shut up! That's awesome!" and everything. Anytime I need some help with something, I just call him up or text him or whatever. Anyways, but this season is no good. I just can't handle it. This is so I'm not a Trekkie, but I do like Star Trek. But I don't like this. Whatever this is nonsense. So we need to either stop watching this, or the writers for season 4 need to step up their game, because I don't know if I might watch episode 1 next season, or I might get sucked into and watch the whole season. I don't know. I just can't handle this crap anymore. This isn't good. It's not good. And if you like it, I don't understand how. I don't understand how you could like this show. It's not good anymore. I mean, even if you didn't like it before, if you like this show, this season especially, tell me why, because I can't get into it. I'm trying my hardest. And I thought the burn, I was like, man, maybe I thought the burn would be something stupid, but I was like, maybe they'll use that Brown education, and by Brown, I mean the school, not the color of their skin. But bring in that education and write something really good, come up with a really good story, and they didn't. They're not going to do it. It's going to be crap. It's going to be crap. All right, so that's my review and breakdown of this episode, this crappy episode. Tell me, what did you guys think about this episode? Did you like this episode? And tell me why. Did you not like this episode? What was your favorite part about this episode? Who's your favorite character on Discovery? For me, it's Saru. I really like Saru, even though he's kind of a pussy. But yeah, go ahead and leave all your comments in that section down below. If you like this video, go and hit that like button. I won't mind. If you're new to my channel, please hit that subscribe button. I would greatly appreciate it. And I will see you guys next week on the season finale on my Star Trek Discovery review. You guys have a good week. Live long and prosper. Bye.